Welcome everyone to the second episode of A Cup of What. If you were with us last week, we headed to Japan and tried some Mountain Dew Cheetos. This week we're going to head to South Africa and try a traditional snack. We're going to try something this week that's very similar to us here in the United States, but it's a little different in South Africa. We here in the United States love our beef jerky. We have all kinds of different flavors. We could get maple smoked, we can get bacon beef jerky, all kinds of different stuff. But in South Africa, we have something called Biltong, which I'm going to review this week. Now, where in the United States, we have all kinds of different flavors of beef jerky, Biltong pretty much has just one. Not only do we have different flavors in the United States, but in order to make Biltong, it's a completely different process than beef jerky. Now, traditional beef jerky is generally smoked and then cured. Beef jerky is sliced very thin. The drying process usually takes only maybe a day or two. Biltong, on the other hand, is cured in a vinegar and salt solution for a couple hours. After the salt and vinegar brine that it is done in, it's generally seasoned with black pepper and coriander. Biltong is generally cured outdoors or in very controlled rooms, but generally the temperature does not exceed 140 degrees. The first piece of Biltong that I pull out is nice and thick. You can definitely tell this is out past the quarter-inch mark. When you take a smell of it, you can definitely tell that there was vinegar used on this. It has a pretty vinegary smell. Not so much that it turns your nose over, but you can tell that this was brined in vinegar. The texture is almost like a thick piece of dry beef, which would make sense because the outside of our package says seasoned dried beef. The flavor is really wonderful. I expected it to have a very heavy vinegar taste, but it doesn't. You can detect the coriander in it, so it's really, really nice in that regard. One of the big problems that I have with beef jerky in the United States is generally it's really, really dry, depending on the company you get. This is not. This is nice and moist, and I think with the nice thicker cuts of this, it's able to retain some of that water. So I'm definitely liking this Biltong as far as its texture and its juiciness, better than beef jerky here in the United States. Now, having tried this, I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5 on the Foodometer rating. The one thing that I didn't like about this is that it only comes in one flavor. I wish there was a little bit more coriander for my taste. I really like pastrami. Overall, though, it was really good. It was definitely different compared to American beef jerky. It had a wonderful, wonderful texture. The vinegar wasn't too prevalent, which is one of the things I was concerned about. And I mean, overall, who doesn't like beef jerky? One of the things you want to check out about Biltong here on the side is the nutritional facts. One of the nice things about Biltong is it's a low-calorie snack. There's 2 ounces in this bag, and it comes out to 160 calories. Because it's soaked in a vinegar salt brine, that salt's going to soak into the meat. And even with the drying process, a lot of that salt is going to stick around. This package just itself has over 40% of the daily value of sodium, so you definitely want to eat this sparingly. I picked up this. This is actually a sample package from this company called Time. They're out of New Jersey. I'm going to include the link down below. This was a free sample, but you had to pay for shipping and handling, which was $5. I also do recommend, I did not review it in this video, a product called Dre Wars. It is actually dried sausage. It has a much more coriander flavor, and it is really, really wonderful. They also have that on their website. You can check that out. It's another $5 to try a sample of that. If you like my video, subscribe down below. If there's something you'd like to see on the show that you'd like me to review, please leave a comment. Let me know what it is. I'm always looking for weird things that generally I can't get here in the United States that I have to import in, something that's going to be different. So if you got a suggestion, hit me up down below. Stay tuned next week. Next week we're going to go down under and we're going to try something from Australia. I'll see you next week.